Hi friends, in our last section we saw that how we can configure the JDK in our system. Now we will see that how we can install the GeoServer. So in our last section we discussed that there are three ways to install the GeoServer: installation with Windows installer, with platform independent binaries, and with .bar file. So first of all we will go with Windows installer, right? Now we are on the home page of GeoServer. There is a download link, click on it. As you can see, the latest version is 2.15.2. Let's click on it. Here we have the two options: platform independent binaries and web archive. But we are looking for Windows installer. Let's go back and search for 2.15.0. Click on it. Now, as we can see that here we have the Windows installer. So we will go with 2.15.0. Let's click on it. As we will click on it, we will get the exe to install the GeoServer on our Windows machine. Now the GeoServer is getting to be downloaded in my system. So this has been downloaded. Now we need to install this. Let's double click on it. Click on yes button. Now click on next. Click on I agree. Here we are getting that the destination folder, by default it will be installed in program files. Let's click on next button. Then next again. Here the path of JDK that has been configured already is coming. This is the same path that we configured as java_home. Now click on next button. Here this is asking for the data directory. Here this is asking for the data directory. And by default this data directories will be available in installed GeoServer folder. If we want to change it, then we can do it. We are not going to do it. Then let's click on next button. Here this is asking for the port number. The default port is 8080 and we will run our server on this particular port. If there is any other service which has been installed in your server with this particular port, that means this has been already taken by another server, for example Tomcat server or any other server, then you can change it from here. I am not going to change it for my machine. Let's click on next button. Okay, here this is asking that how do you want to install it, either run manually or install as a service. We will go with install as a service. Click on next button. So now we can see all the configured values. Here we have the installation directory, installation type, Java runtime environment, data directory and port number. Let's install. It will take some time to install. So this has been installed. Now click on finish button. Now we will go into the services section of our system. Here we will go for services, services.msc. Click on OK button. Now search here for GeoServer, type G. Now you can see that the GeoServer has been installed as a service and this is running. Okay. Now we need to check it that where is it running actually. For that we will go in our browser and we will browse for the localhost 8080. Okay. Now you can see that I am getting a screen error 4040 not found and powered by ZT and this link. That means GeoServer has been installed. If you are getting this screen, then it's okay. Now we need to click on this. As you can see that GeoServer is running on my machine. The version 2.15.0 has been installed. Okay, we can log in here with username admin and the password. This is the same password GeoServer that we provided it at the time of installation. Now click on login. We have been logged in. So our GeoServer has been installed. Now we will see the two other ways by which we can install GeoServer. So we have seen that how we can install the GeoServer with Windows installer. Now we will go with platform independent binaries. Okay. Now we are again on the home page of GeoServer. Now we will click on download button. We will go with 2.15.0 and here we have the option of platform independent binary. Let's click on it. As you can see that this will download the GeoServer 2.15.0-bin.zip. I have clicked on it and this is going to be downloaded. So this has been downloaded as a zip file. We will unzip it. This has been unzipped and we have the folder named as GeoServer 2.15.0. Okay. To check this, is this working or not? Basically, we need to uninstall the previous version that we just currently installed with the help of Windows installer. Okay. So first of all, we will uninstall the previous version. Go to control panel, program and features, search for GeoServer and uninstall it. Uninstall. So this has been uninstalled. Now let's go to the browser back and press here F5 button. This is the same window in which we logged in. Now I have pressed the F5 button. Now I am not getting any GeoServer screen. So that means it has been completely uninstalled. So now here we are on the same screen. This is the folder that we just downloaded from the GeoServer. Okay, here we will go for bin folder You can see here that we have the 4 files here: startup.sh and startup.bat. This sh file for the Linux system and this batch file extended with .dat, this is for the Windows system. So we will run this, double click on it. Window will ask that this is the batch file and you are going to run it, but you can click on run anyway button. This is for the security purpose. So now you can see that the first statement, welcome to GeoServer, Java path is coming. Okay, now this is initializing. Let's wait. Okay, now as we can see the statement is coming here, server started. Now we can go on our browser and we'll browse the localhost 8080. Now you can see that we have the same screen that we installed with Windows installer. Now click on the GeoServer. As you can see that the by default server is coming with Jetty. Okay, this is the same server that was coming with Windows installer as well. Now click on GeoServer button. Now login, admin, password is GeoServer. The default password comes with GeoServer. Okay, login. So here this was the installation with platform independent binaries. So before continue, let me tell you that there is a complete installation guide as well for GeoServer on the GeoServer website itself. We will search for GeoServer installation on Google and here we will get the link Windows installer. We will click on this. Here you can see that there is a complete guide to install the GeoServer with Windows installer. Now we will click on this installation button. Here you can see that if you want to download, if you want to install the GeoServer on Linux, you can go with this. Here's a complete guide. Okay, let's go back. Here's a complete guide to install with Windows installer and Windows binary. Now we will go with .var file.